And Charles Davis, and we thought it would never get here, but here we are back together. It's opening weekend of the 100th season in the NFL.
So much football to talk about. That's our main focus. But how about how much happened in the offseason? Rules changes. Overtime rules were discussed in a big way. Some superstars changed addresses. There's a whole lot to talk about in the NFL in addition to this game we're getting ready to watch.
Third year back from Florida State. 5 yards on the game's first play. Second down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll go option on 2nd down, right side. Not even a chance to pitch that one as he's swallowed up in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
I saw Von Miller in college at Texas A&M. And all I kept hearing about was his speed off the edge to the quarterback. But what impressed me, his balance and his ability to take on blocks and be a force in the run game, as we just saw there.
They'll run with a third-year man. This is Tariq Cohen. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Ready? 70, Indy. Here we go, let's bring it. Let's go, let's bring it.
First down, here's the run with Cook. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Now, these two teams have met a total of 15 times starting back in 1997. Of course, remember, Baltimore was moved from Cleveland by owner Art Modell back in 1996, so they didn't have a team prior to that, but they met in 97, 15 times since then. The most recent meeting was back in 2017, a 40-0 rout by the Ravens over the Dolphins in October of that year. From the middle of the line.
And you understand he wants to get off the ball quickly, but the ball's right in front of him. He has to watch it move first.
Come on, set. I'm on 6 yards. Check 56. Hold up. I'm coming.
Now they'll give it to the first option. That's their fullback. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
I don't know about you, partner, but on 2nd and inches, a lot of the times I'm leery about the offensive guys thinking about taking a shot downtown. Instead, they just hand it to the big man and let him rumble forward for a first down.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. A toss to Cook. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
53 is the mic. I'm coming.
And now Murray's going to set up to throw. On the move to his left. He'll get this to Eckler. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Little glimpse of his athleticism there and what they're going to have to deal with. He can use his legs to dance around back behind the line of scrimmage and beyond the line of scrimmage. And wouldn't you love to get a copy of their defensive scouting report going into the week? Because that's been stressed the whole time. Keep him bottled up. Keep him in the pocket. But it's the first drive of the game and emotions are running high. Someone forgot that, trying to make a big play, and gave up a bigger one instead. So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. They run, Cook. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now. It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all this stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And despite the fancy footwork we saw, they'll get to him just inside the 15. That's on Jawan Taylor. Second-round pick from Florida.
Here we go. Henry. Check, 59. Heads in.
On first down, they go option to the right. And some room to run now. Excellent job on the keeper. 20 yards and a first down. He was able to escape the pocket and get out of bounds. You like the decision-making? I love the decision-making, and I love the execution because you just know that his eyes were darting all over the place. Now they talk about keeping your head on a swivel, looking for the danger spots where the hits are going to come from. How about him getting all he could out of that run and then getting out of bounds? And he told us, look, I'm a rookie. I'm waiting for the game to slow down, but it seems like he's processing things pretty well. He certainly is. He's slowing the game down himself with his actions. They'll run for it with Cook. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers putting up their noses close to the line of scrimmage. And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you? Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, second and goal.
Watch a slant, watch a slant.
They try again with Cook. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Dolphins take it right down and score on the opening drive. Excellent start there. First drive of the season. Big-time success, putting it in the end zone. And remember, that was done without any real map of how to do it. In other words, the deeper you get into the season, you got game film to work off of, tendencies to work off of. The first drive of the season, things can be entirely different than what you've seen in the past. It's a really good job of execution by them. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Ravens now under 12th-year coach John Harbaugh. They're led out by their quarterback out of Fresno State. Derek Carr.
The thing I like most about Derek Carr's game is not just the right arm and his touch and his ability to find receivers. I think it's his calmness, and I think that transmits itself very well to the rest of the team. They feed off of that, and they go out and play with confidence.
What now? Ready? Be a long day for you.
This is a guy who made a Pro Bowl in his second season, James Conner. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 16 yards on that one and a Raven first.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him strip.
And the ball is knocked out. But it looked like a Raven was able to get in there, and they will indeed keep the possession.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
From the gun, it's Carr. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. On 2nd down, Conner looking for space. Runs through the contact. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A gain of 13. It's a first down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation we were talking about with one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly, it's a big man's game. And it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits, and those creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And nothing special there. They show they were going to run the football. They ran it. They got it in.
Like old-time football, right? Hey, this is exactly what we're going to do. Straight-ahead power, and they got it done.
Brett Maher on for the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And it was a touchdown run by James Conner that was the exclamation mark. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10.
Set 10 logo. You can't block me. You can't block me. Mike.
Now Hill looking to throw on first. That's complete to DK Metcalf. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. He can run for it. Murray fighting. Lost the football.
Get him, boy. Get him, boy.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
They go play action here on 1st down. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Noah Spence able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Now Cobb. That's complete to Taywan Taylor. And they work this out past the 25. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
Barney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go. And let's see who's faster.
It's caught. Smith. They find some open field here. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
Let's go.
It's so important to tackle well against these guys, but you and I both know that's easier said than done when the guy you're trying to tackle looks like this guy.
And it's usually going to take more than one man to get him down, and it did right there. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 44-yard line. On 1st and 10 is counter. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And here now the Baltimore offense.
Obviously a tough test for this offense right out of the gate. Road game in game 1 of the new year. Conventional wisdom says, go slow, take care of the football. I think in this case, attack early and get the home team back on their heels.
On 2nd down, it's Ware. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. What are your thoughts on this D-line?
I love a unit that can control the run and get after the passer. This is an all-around terrific defensive front. Hard to move the ball against them on the ground, and then when you want to throw it, look out. Here they come after the quarterback.
The first down line at the 34 here on third down. Shotgun now for Carr. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down.
Well, that's the second time he's been sacked so far in the first half. And if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so they can throw the football.
On fourth down, Matt Hawk is on to punt. Back deep, Tariq Cohen. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before and realize it hasn't worked.
Go to something else.
And maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area. I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the number one thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Easy work. It's easy work, and it's coming together.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Second quarter from Miami. It's the Dolphins with the football. These two teams all tied after one. They're looking at a 3rd and 6 here to start things out. From the pistol, they run it with Cook. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down.
I think I saw a lot of shoulders just drop there. And what I mean by that is they finally were able to relax a little bit because that was an important play call. They needed to pick up that first down at this stage of the game.
Yeah, couldn't afford another quick drive and out. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Big series right here. We got to check 53
An opening there on that first down run as he gets this forward for about 8 or 9. That looks to be 8 officially, so 2nd and 2.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
56.
They'll try and run with their fullback. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 7 yards there and a first down.
Well, not a lot of flash and dash on that play. 2nd and 2, and they hand it to the big man. And he ends up picking up a first down. A little bit of gray area there, though. But I think what they thought, hey, we hand it to him here. If we come back and don't get it, we still got another down to try and pick it up.
Running on first down, Eckler. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Moving backwards on first down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on 2nd down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
On 2nd and 11 now. Murray. He'll find Metcalf. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 down at the 33. Throwing on first down is Murray. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander, and a big turnover. There as his guys will get the football back. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again. I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
And this one complete to Will Fuller. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
Many teams, as soon as they spot man defense, if they haven't called a hitch, they'll get to it as fast as they can. They want to put the ball in the hands of one of their best playmakers and hope that he can break a tackle on the outside and go for big yardage.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football now and zapped right back in the other direction. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And it'll be Dolphin football. An update from that game going on in the Meadowlands. It's the Bills with an early lead over the Jets. Lamar Jackson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 4th. Oh, now Murray has it stripped. Or call it luck or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
On second down, it's Cook. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there, so from 2nd and 13, they're back to a more manageable 3rd and 8. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. Man, it's Ross, complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
First down, Murray. And a little floater there is incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 11 yards there, first down.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think. Because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily. You're right, but he did there. And once again, they stop him behind the line. Great job by this Ravens defense. They lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. So first and second down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. They fake the handoff. Now Murray out to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Christian Jones drops him for a loss of 10. And it's going to be 4th and long.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah,